To be further developed and start to be implemented in real conditions.
Dear guests, we would kindly ask all registered participants to walk into the conference.
Sport events, the ministry, we are working very closely together with the Slovene Tourist Board, and every 2 years we have a special type of natural resources like travelers' preferences and habits or motives of travels. However, the other
presentation is very long, but I promise you that the presentation will be very short, as recommended. And just to say,
pricing strategies, as well as orientation to diverse structure of market segments, not only to the families who come to our country for sun and sea during the main holiday. We should also approach other
conference that will be organized in Brussels. I think probably some of you are aware of it. Be quiet, because
on the coast, on the steep, narrow part of the countries.
What are the suitable areas for the activities? And actually what is MSP process is the combination of the two and how to link these two together at the same, so identifying the most appropriate location for certain activities. This process in the top is the, let's say, abbreviated version of what do we do with Marine Strategy Framework Directive. It's very...
Who as a decent Albania see that there are a lot of potential in this agro-tourism and agro-economy, but it's for the moment. Yeah, we know that we need, and based on that, we even in Albania seeking to offer in somebody who wants to discover our earth.
So basically, you are saying that part of the cultural, natural heritage that our guests would like to see. This very unfavorable structure of accommodation supply, meaning that European growth rate is even more, and Mediterranean is even.
And this is an open model. Okay, some years before, talking about the tourism in Croatia, it has been something wow.
The Adriatic and Ionian initiative, so the roundtable that Mitja just mentioned was organized in the framework of the implementation of the...
Just in cooperation is solution, and this is the strongest point as I see it. The point where...
About 40 kilometers on this highway from Podgorica. And you have an airport which has 250 something, 260 something.
September, October as well. So it's around 65% that we are doing in these main months. And sometimes September.
That we will draft in our strategy of environmental protection and with the action plan in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
They should find jobs somewhere else during the low season. Today,
značajnim što je Evropska unija prepoznala važnost našeg regiona kao pokretača inovacije i rasta i mostova među ljudima i zemljama i stavila ga među prioritete svoje agende.
overnight. a good example of how to build a destination from a capital city.
But that we continue working on is this link to coastal zone management and ecosystem approach. Even the directive has this concept of lens interactions very much highlighted, and we are working a lot on this.
Why is that also very important for Montenegro? The EU acquis for the environment and climate change, especially related to marine environment.
In terms of making life possible, if you want, in the bottom line, but keeping.
To conclude, Sweden will present a very useful initial step that allow to identify gaps and to develop strategies.
Obviously, Monaco is there, Austria is there, Germany is there, Liechtenstein is there, Switzerland is there. So, like.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting for 3 minutes. Thank you.
State Secretary, Ministry of Economic Development and Technology, Slovenia. Mrs. Strauss-Pod.
Platform, Maritime Spatial Planning Platform, as a system mechanism for the implementation of maritime spatial planning, service to member states to share
Of cross-border dialogue and policies, and of the involvement of stakeholders in the MSP cross-border processes.
Svoje jednogodišnje predsjedavanje Jadransko-jonskom inicijativom i strategijom Europske unije za Jadransko-jonski region.
And so on. In particularly, what we don't need to or we shouldn't forget is that
to the government of Montenegro and to the Minister of the Tourism, which is really very active in this sector.
Itself and the protocol, what we have is the common regional framework for ICZR to even strengthen a little bit more cooperation between countries in achieving the common goal of the protection of the sea.
Implement this balance across the country, and you understand what are the key ingredients in this.
Absolutely.
Mr. Postin, I would like...
Sa 32 od 33 pregovaračka poglavlja otvorena i nivom strukturnih reforma.
Facility point. Naravno, iza ova događaja stali su Ministarstvo vanjskih poslova, Kancelarija za europske integracije.
Link to a number of practices which can be used to know more about the concept, which are reflected in the answer, but even
from very soon. So we have developed the spatial plan for this part of Montenegro, called Bjelovac and Komor, which is going to
by the sector when we are speaking.
Ekonomski napredak neminovno vodi razvoju gradova i univerziteta, te je pored pomenutih oblasti neophodno.
Everything is in this region. And so how we can combine this thing, we can go in this sustainable development of tourism.
Environmental components and activities which served as let's say, as a basis in combination with
the economy. We are talking about more people employed in the sector. We are talking for more money to the...
So, why we are emphasizing this ecosystem approach for the marine spatial planning? It's important because we want to also achieve good environmental status. So, there are two important documents.
The totally same seasonality pattern from year to year. The use of tourism, we simply divide the number of tourist arrivals by the number of...
To reach in order to reach good environmental status. We set certain, let's say, measures, how to reach these targets, and also monitor our progress towards that.
Yeah. smart strategy.
Borak and Patrak was also partner of the project. The project had two main objectives.
For our project in the Adriatic Ionian strategy. Also here, just a list of case studies.
It's 13,500 square kilometers, give or take. So it was never a plan, as far as I think.
Level of seasonality. The tourist floors are distributed year round.
Interesting case studies on ecosystem services integration, and I underline again a couple of them, exactly on maritime spatial planning in Latvia.
30, 40, 50% of the increase. The absolute number, because I'm a man of numbers, the absolute numbers are though.
As suitable for some activities, which areas will be protected, etc. So this was very quickly from my side.
It's all through the formal process of MSP implementation in countries, which can be browsed according to a number of criteria. For example, if we select as
Gore ovu funkciju preuzima Srbija. Dozvolite mi da podsjetim da je Crna Gora prva zemlja koja predsjedava strategijom.
Manager of the EUSAIR Forum and the Montenegrin presidency for the opportunity of being here. The so-called European Maritime
To introduce Mr. Radulovic to the audience. Mr. Radulovic is an economist born in Poljskoj.
Case studies areas, in particular the North Adriatic, the Milton Sea, the inner.
And in order to do so, we need to consume some of the resources. So this equilibrium is a very fine, I would say, mathematical.
Keyword balance.
Yeah.
Keyword balance in terms of spatial.
B was means of transportation throughout the country. So, all in all, even
You can see the first, the draft guidance documents on integrating.
Pored toga, makroregionalne strategije predstavljaju dodatnu vrijednost za saradnju unutar kohezijske politike Europske unije. Godišnje predsjedavanje asocijacijom Unije Adrion, koja okuplja 38 univerziteta i
Strategijom Europske unije za Jadransko-jonski region od Crne Gore ovu funkciju preuzima Srbija. Dozvolite mi da podsjetim da je Crna Gora prva zemlja koja predsjedava strategijom Europske unije za Jadran.
Jadransko-jonskog regiona. Jadransko-jonska inicijativa u gotovo 2 decenije svog postojanja kao i
EUSAIR community for having reached so many of its goals.
prirodnih, ekonomskih i razvojnih resursa. Istovremeno, kao kandidat za članstvo u Europsku uniju,
that this impetus will be carried on by the incoming EUSAIR presidency of Serbia.
Tokom crnogorskog predsjedavanja strategijom i inicijativom. Uvjeren sam da će rezultati dva foruma doprinijeti daljem jačanju veza između naših država, ulagati u naučnu saradnju, istraživačke projekte i kontinuirano građenje savremenog nastavnog kadra. Posebno mi je zadovoljstvo što ću u okviru panela kroz konkretne aktivnosti u sektoru plavog rasta, transportne i iako imamo različite ekonomske pokazatelje, svi treba da imamo na umu isti cilj koji strategija Europske unije za ovaj region promoviše, a to je ravnomjerno, ali kao dodatnu odgovornost svjesni da strategija predstavlja mehanizam za snaženje procesa europske integracije.
Zemlju kao predvodnicu na tom putu od velike važnosti. Dame i gospodo, 4. EUSAIR forum otvorit će predsjednik vlade Crne Gore, gospodin Duško Marković i ambasador.
Dakle, prvog autoputa u našoj zemlji. Crna Gora svojim razvojem na najbolji način potvrđuje evropske vrijednosti. Kao konferencijom foruma Jadransko-jonskih privrednih komora, gradova i univerziteta, što predstavlja izuzetan potencijal za povezivanje više stotina predstavnika država u bitnim oblastima kao što su saobraćajno i energetsko povezivanje, plavi rast, održivi turizam, zaštita životne sredine, kulture i
the request of the Republic of North Macedonia to become a ninth member of the EUSAIR this year. This gives a clear
često se razgovara o tome da li je bolja divlja riba ili uzgojena. Već sve veći broj ugostitelja i gastronoma.
The whole process is the involvement of the public sector and the public, the NGOs, the third sector, and the stakeholders and academia around the same in the macro region. Okay, and the last one I would like to make a brief reference to it is energy poverty.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the question, because it's certainly much broader than the Adriatic and Ionian when you raise the issue about the plastics and how. Okay.
And research innovation clusters, but also at the regional level with our regional innovation strategies.
Na engleskom jeziku, ali mislim da je uvijek pogrešno bar me pozdraviti na našem lokalnom jeziku, jer ja dolazim iz Sarajeva i kao što rekao uvijek mi je drago kad sam ovdje.
Nakon šporkaša i slično. I naravno to je jedan problem koji je isto više izražen u Jadranskom moru, obzirom da Jadransko more je poluzatvoreno.
Also at global level, when we talk about the UN goals for the oceans, but we like...
Uzgoja očigledno će biti zdravija u budućnosti nego ova koja je izložena, nažalost, raznim utjecajima iz prirode, a to je opet naš naše krivnje, naš utjecaj. Dobro, da li još neko spava u publici da vidimo? Evo ga.
And also in cooperation with our regions and the work of our regional research. And thank you for your attention.
This is very interesting subject for all of us and very interesting. Hrvatske gospodarske komore na planu promoviranja hrane iz mora. Prvenstveno interesu, ja bih rekla, naših članica, među kojima imamo i neke koji su veliki proizvođači, duge tradicije, o čemu ti dobro znaš jer su se razvijale paralelno.
To provide cross-border interconnection capacities for electricity. It's in order to justify and assess the first and vice versa. The modeling was done by CAPE, or Center for Renewable Energy Sources. Cooperation and...
Da li Jadransko more je opterećeno tim plastičnim otpadom koji ostali okeani i mora zaista imaju? Ja znam podatak da recimo u Tihom okeanu pluta ostrvo.
Political endorsement and the ownership of the process will be signified by issuing a ministerial decree. Crisis have difficulties in achieving energy comfort. That was about 30% of the Greek.
Developing common projects. It is a cross-cutting priority, I understand, for the strategy. And it's certainly a very good start.
20 eura može da me okrpi za taj dobar ručak, malo vina, nešto rakije, ima u uredu, vazda se nađe. Tako da za 10 osoba ćete mesiti ručak da imate za, ajde neka bude i 50 eura u kući, ne u restoranu. Sa ribom je to mnogo drugačije. Znači, treba će vam samo za ribu, ako ćete da kupite 3-4 kg dobro.
Zajedno sa udrugom Ocean koji ja zastupam na ovom forumu, u ožujku organizirao posebnu radionicu na tu temu.
A key guidance, also a key text of reference in that regard is the set plan of the European.
You don't realize that it is also part of the problem that even in a traditional activity, very often this is left there and it creates
good understanding of the financial tools available, but also to be brought together with the other project promoters, with business.
Negdje još jutros podstakli na jedno razmišljanje na molbu organizatoru budućeg foruma. Dakle, ovo mi se sviđa, papir, ovo mi se sviđa, drvo.
Share of renewable sources in the electricity sector to reach 56.4% in 2030. And we have also a very...
Za široke narodne mase, to su plastične čaše, malo vinca i vi fino ručate za 10 eura zdravu hranu i nakon toga ručka idete na posao i ne spavate.
As you have heard, the European Union decided that all the countries have to have this plan. Yes, the deadline was January this year, but we know also that due
od Albanije preko rijeke Po, gdje je najjači dio industrijski Italije gura ga prema Mediteranu. Znači, definitivno ono što se nalazi u moru.
And the Commission would be beneficial. That could be achieved through the establishment of an e-platform for the electronic platform for the consultation of the national plans.
I čini mi se da bi trebali da idemo kao otvaranje onih restorana jeftine plave ribe, dakle čaša vina, par ili desetek prženih srdela, neka...
We plan to increase by 2030 the energy from renewable sources to 31%. We also expect to...
Uz povećanje pristupačnosti tržištu zapravo jedan strateški projekt za cijelo naše područje.
Hvala, jasno, upravo tako, jer stanovišteno za zdrave hrane ili kakve razlike između one uzgojene i divlje ribe, slobodno recite, evo, nećemo vam ništa. Dobro, neka dignu ruke sve one.
We are working in different ways. We we don't have here the presence from the colleagues from DG Environment that they're responsible for developing this whole strategy.
Some of you may know there is a requirement for biannual reporting, and monitoring is really important. Is 3% a day to increase the levels of renewable energy sources in our final energy consumption, to exploit demand response mechanisms.
Pazite, na obali smo mora, mislim da svako od nas ima mogućnost da negde tu ribu jede, ajde, minimum 2 puta nedeljno, neka to bude.
Picture as well. This is probably enough. Thank you.
Hvala, Hristos, Dragice, si zadovoljno odgovorom.
Of course.
And I'm really happy that we just heard about experiences from Greece. Why? Because for some parts of our project, we will use experiences already gained in Greece and other countries like Croatia and Slovenia. And I will tell you more about in the next minutes.
This thing really produce results in terms of the NECP that we have in hands, and is a very good quality.
Ja znao, ali sam negdje pročitao, to je jedina riba koja one 3 omega nezasićene masne kiseline čuva u svim svojim ćelijama. A sve ostale ribe, one koje su mnogo skuplje, naravno na pijaci ili u restoranu, te 3 omega masne nezasićene kiseline čuvaju samo
On areas that have been outside of the grid, and thus provide a more sustainable way to cover energy needs. And this is the goal of decarbonization.
Dakle, dole je plastika. Dobro, eto, malo smo vas relaksirali, čini mi se da atmosfera onako...
Koji u stvari ugrožava i oceane i mora. Da li Jadransko more je sada ugroženo i sa takvim?
Sorry, Dragice, mikrofon, paragraf. A pitanje je pravo, svaka čast.
2316 in 2016, and we try to stabilize the final energy consumption by 2030 projects. And some elements of our plan that could be taken as good practice by other
Uvjeta od Hasapa pa nadalje koje moraju svi ti naši ugostitelji i prodavači ispuniti je puno sigurnije, puno lakše kad se slijedi taj.
To tackle the problem, there is a whole EU strategy about the plastic, how to reduce use of plastic, also because I think we have to find it not only how to collect it.
Mreža i negdje napraviti ručak za sebi i svoju porodicu i mislim da bi to trebalo da pređe nekakvu naviku. Tu smo svi nekako lijeni, ajde, ok, gledajući sa ekonomskog stanovišta,